Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to do a little review about the anime movie Mary and the Witch's Flower. I guess you heard of it already because it is first kind of real production of the new Studio Ponok, so kind of the daughter of Studio Ghibli. I was really excited about it. I really wanted to watch it and now I finally could do that. And I must say, I watched it 2 days ago and it was just amazing. That's why I thought this is worth a review. And I'm not going to talk too much in the intro. Let's just begin with the plot. So, Mary and the Witch's Flower is produced in 2017 by Studio Ponok, as I just said, and it is about a girl named Mary Smith, and she one day finds a mysterious flower. This flower is called Fly By Night in the forest near to her village. And this flower gives her the power to become a witch for one night. So this is actually a very powerful magical flower, and it is supposed to grow only once in 7 years. So Mary finds this flower and always accompanied by one of the cats in her neighborhood. So there are basically 2 cats, one gray one and the black one. The black one is leading her into the forest again. Actually the cat wants to find her friend, the gray cat who disappeared. Mary comes to a tree in which she finds an old broomstick. Since she accidentally smashes a part of the magic flower between her hands, the broomstick comes to life and she gets superpowers, and the broomstick flies her to a place that the human world does not really know. It is the Endor College for Witches and Warlocks. Yeah, that's where her adventure begins. Since Mary has red hair, the headmistress Mumbletook assumes she is a talented and fantastic witch who wants to sign in the school, and she shows her around in the school. But actually, Mary is not a real witch. It's actually just the flower that gives her the power. And so the visit of the school turns into a further disaster in which she, the boy Peter from her neighborhood, who she met before all this happened and who was teasing her because of her hair, and even her grandmother, with whom she stayed when her parents were absent, get involved. And that's where I will end telling you about the plot because, you know, I don't like spoilers. I know many people like spoilers, but I don't. That's why I'm not going to tell you everything. And I want to say that actually in the first minutes I watched it, or actually when I don't even watch it, but just, looked up a few pictures of it, it reminded me first of all the other Ghibli movies, especially, of course, Kiki's Delivery Service, but also My Neighbor Totoro or Spirited Away, but also of Harry Potter. I guess it's because of this witch school part, and indeed, it seems like Hogwarts, so I did not even watch Harry Potter or read any Harry Potter book ever. Please don't hate me for that. Even before I watched it, a really good impression that I got. Now let's move on to my famous pro and con list. Now I just start with the con part because there's actually one single point that is not actually really valid, but I think that for such a great anime movie, this is a little bit too short. Just a little bit too short. You know, I wish it was like 2 hours because this movie is actually 1 hour and 43 minutes long. Some extra 15 minutes would have been great, but you know, it's just because this is so amazing and I wanted to have more of it. Anyway, this is not really a point, but it just shows how fantastic this anime movie is. Now, actually, all the advantages this movie has, there are a couple, many. So first of all, this anime movie wants to be rewatched. I feel like I want to rewatch it because it is so great. It made a certain connection with me due to this vibes that it gives, because this anime movie gives childhood vibes. It has a lot of fantasy in it and a lot of magical attraction and mystical moments that are made in such a beautiful way that makes me feel like a child again. I think this has just fantastic, this vibes that it gives to you. I don't know, it is made in such a great way. I can't even really describe it, but it's just banning. It's just fantastic. I can't say it actually enough. Moreover, there are some nice plot twists in it. I think of one particular plot twist. If you don't want to be spoiled, just skip the next 7 seconds or so. The grandmother of Mary was a witch as well, and this actually answers all the questions you had from the beginning when things happened that you could not clear out. Then the whole story kind of makes sense, and the plot development itself was also great, so you could really follow. So I'd say it's good to understand for a child and for an adult. Then there are some minor characters. There's also one particular that I think of that made my day when I watched it. It's not always the case when you see such minor characters. They remain minor characters and they just have a tiny role in a certain movie and they're not really important, but there's one character I think of. It's actually the fox creature Flanagan, who's basically kind of the broomstick keeper in the school, takes care of the broomsticks of the students. He appears really when Mary needs it, when she's desperate and she does not really know what to do, because at times she is losing her broomstick or she broke it and this broomstick is very important to her because it carried her along, you know, from A to B. And then he appears and he's like complaining, why are you leaving your broomstick in places where it doesn't belong? And she's like, oh my god, thank you, you found my broomstick, and or you fixed it, and that gave her kind of the power again. And at times I was just I felt some tears in my eyes because it was just so touching, really. Minor characters that are life-saving in this situation, and it's just great how such minor characters can get such an importance. What else I can say is that I actually mentioned it a little bit when I mentioned the plot twists. This plot twist I was talking about with the grandmother are kind of also explaining the background, which I think it's good because then you actually really understand why characters like, for example, Madame Mumblechook is the way she is and why they do the things they do, because at first they seem nice, then they are actually not nice, and then you understand why they actually are not nice because the background is revealed through that, and it makes even more sense then. It's not like you are robbed of the illusion, but it's more like you understand finally, so it's a good revealing in that case. What else I can say? The drawing style, it is a typical drawing style of the movies you would see in other Ghibli studio movies, but it supports the magical aspect and the fantasy aspect of that movie, because with all the colors and all the pictures and how things look like, where there are spots, where the school is, what kind of way Mary has to go through, or which way her broomstick takes when her broomstick flies her to that school. All the atmosphere is actually created through the pictures that we as the audience see, and also what Mary goes through. It is a really fantastic atmosphere that is created through the drawing style, through the pictures, or the choice of the angles, perspectives, and colors, and there's nothing I can say here except for good things. And when I look through my list, actually, I think that's all. I said everything I wanted to say. I can only praise this anime. I could rewatch it again and again, I wouldn't get fed up of it. I just recommend watching it, really. You can watch it even with your whole family, just to relax with your friends, with your family. It's always a good choice. That's why I can say go for it, and you will be thankful. You won't regret it. Yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked this video. I hope this information I give to you was helpful. I hope I encouraged you to watch it if you did not do so and you plan to watch it. If you know this anime movie already, tell me in the comments your opinion about it. How do you find this anime movie? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Why? I really would like to read your comments. And if you like this video in particular, then don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to not miss anything else on this channel. And I hope you have a great week, a great time, and we'll see or hear each other next time. Goodbye.